Welcome everyone. Today I'm doing a case study on a piece of content I created a while back. First I'm going to read it to you, then I'm going to break it down and teach you how I created it. And then we'll take a look at a Facebook group where I'm a part of, where I posted this and where I got some comments and some engagement. So here we go. Proof of concept, or scrap the project, or keep moving forward. For those of you that don't know what proof of concept means in the internet marketing space, it's when you create a product, you need to prove that the product is useful or the system outlined in the product does what you said it would do. Just a little backstory. In the fall of 2017, I started an online marketing business and I decided that I really needed a coach. I knew that I had some skills that I had developed over the years that would help me in my business, but there was a lot that I didn't know. I also knew that there was a ton of information about the internet marketing business, and I needed someone to help me sift and sort through the good and the bad. I decided it was best for me to learn how to create products and bring them to market, so I wasn't at the mercy of product launchers, always looking for something to promote. So I created my first product. In it, I teach people how to create a fan page or on Facebook, and I also teach a strategy that puts thousands of fans on their page in less than 3 days. Now, this was all well and good. However, one thing I didn't know how to do was how to make money with a fan page. My coach gave me some great advice. He told me that if I don't know how to do something, I should just outsource the experience. So I found 5 Facebook experts to teach me how to monetize the fan page. I created a Google Hangout for each of them and interviewed these 5 experts. During the interviews, they told me how they would monetize the fan page. I got all 5 interviews completed and brought the product to market. It did pretty well for my first launch. I was happy and I was proud of the work that I did. People really liked it. They said the teaching was really good and it was great insight getting the Facebook experts to give their take on monetization. The product launch was over and everything was good. I decided to do a case study for my next product launch. My plan was to take some of the information that I got from the 5 Facebook experts and implement what I learned. This turned out to be easier said than done. The first strategy I chose to implement was a contest. I thought that was the coolest thing. I'd give away something of value and get a lot of people signing up to win the contest. Then all these people would be on my list. Once they're on my list, I can find out exactly what topics they're interested in learning about and then provide products for them. I can create them myself or sell them products that I found on Warrior Plus, or ClickBank, or JVZoo. So I tried this contest idea and it completely bombed. It bombed probably for a couple reasons. One reason was because you have to have something that has extreme perceived value and then give it away. It turned out that the prize package I chose didn't have enough name recognition and nobody entered the contest. Back to the drawing board. I decided to change tactics because I felt I needed to go with a strategy that I was familiar with and already have done. What I decided to do is to make a lead magnet about fan pages, creating them, getting fans, and a couple of ways to monetize them. My lead magnet was really good. I created it with an ebook cover and everything. I created Google Slides and provided a PDF, and then I also provided it in video format too. I know people really like video because they tend to learn better when they watch video instead of reading. So I created this lead magnet and a series of emails that went with it to send to my new list. The lead magnet was completed, so I tried my hand at Facebook advertising like the experts had told me to do. Well, I don't know if you guys have ever done a Facebook advertising campaign, but it's like an art form. I created a good opt-in page. It looked really clean. It was good copy. Then I created my ad, which was congruent with the opt-in page. It just took me a long time, at least 10 days, to do all this correctly. Well, my Facebook ad wasn't working. I wasn't getting any opt-ins at all. So I asked my coach what his take was on all this, and he said, "Well, I think maybe this is another lesson that you're learning. The Facebook ad game is pretty tough and you really have to be able to spend time on it. You really need to work at it. Again, it's kind of like an art form." he said, you get to a point where you have to make a decision. Ask yourself, are you going to continue with this and put the time in now, or are you going to put a pin in it? Then start creating a product on something that you already know about. Well, what I decided to do is to put a pin in it. The product that I decided to create was teach people how to create content quickly that gets engagement on social media platforms and blogs, etc. That's where I'm at now. It doesn't mean that I gave up on the other product launch. It means that I put it on the back burner for now because I want to get a product to my audience and bring value to them again. I think that people are going to really benefit from this new product. So let me tell you what I learned from this little life/business lesson. I can still move forward without having to scrap the whole project. Just put a pin in that baby. I have a special appreciation for people that can make money with Facebook advertising. It's a learned skill that I want to master. When creating a contest, give away something of extreme value so contestants will give their email address for it. Always over-deliver. My coach is a very sharp guy, letting me fail a bit. He knows I'll learn more in the long run by learning from my mistakes than if he just tells me I'm not ready to tackle something. When creating a product, make it about something you already know how to do and do well. Proof of concept can eat up a lot of time. Okay, so let's go back up and let's break this down, okay? So what I did, the first thing I do is I always, when I start a piece of content, I'm looking for a topic, okay? And this happened to be something that happened to me. It happened in my business, and it was something that I could write about, and so I decided to write about my experience. And so a lot of times it's really good to apply your personal life or personal experiences in business or in life, and just jot it down and make it interesting, right? So that's what I did. I decided to go ahead and write about this experience, and so the next part was, the headline. So I chose proof of concept, or scrap the project, or keep moving forward. Okay, it's a question, and then so a lot of people in the online marketing space, they kind of have been there, because it takes a lot of time sometimes to figure this kind of stuff out. So I chose that because I figured people would be interested. That would grab their attention, right? Because that's what the headline is supposed to do, just grab their attention. So now, the next part of the writing process that I go through is the setup, and pretty much what you're doing is you're creating a main idea. You're introducing the main idea or main problem, and you got to give some background, and you got to give some information so people are engaged in it, right? So anyhow, so that's what I did here. Okay. I explained, what I had been going through. I even said just a little backstory. So I told people about, what I did and what happened, and then I had to put a pin in it and then really start, creating a product on something that I really had a lot of experience at. So anyhow, so that's the setup, and then the main body talks about the solution to the problem, right? So anyhow, so once I decided that back to the drawing board, right? And then I ended up going through the lead magnet, and that didn't work. So now my coach tells me, do something that you already know, and it'll be it'll be helpful. It'll be really good. And so that's where that ends. The as far as the main body and stuff. And then what we're doing is I'm in this here. I'm doing the solution, talking about the solution, and the conclusion is starting here. too. And then especially once you get back down into the part where your takeaways and stuff. So uh, anyhow, so that's really kind of it. So now here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and come over to my Facebook group where it's not mine, but it's a group I'm part of. And you can see that this is where I went and I posted it, right? And then down here shows, I had some reactions, right? And then I had a bunch of comments, and there was a lot of engagement here. People really it resonated, with people. So, anyhow, this turned out to be a really pretty good one, as you can see. Still going. So, anyhow, that's it. So, listen, guys, I hope you learned something here, and I'll see you in the next video.